Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Steve Cooper, food app critic for tokemag.com. This week we have another celebrity chef app. It is Rick Bayless, and this is his app, Mexican Essentials. We have had really good luck with celebrity chef apps recently, so I will spare you the suspense. This is another great app. He delivers. This app goes for, currently, when it first went on sale, it's $2.99. I don't know when you're watching this, but it did say the price would go up to $4.99. So if it's still at that price when you're finally viewing this video, kudos to you for jumping on it early. Even at $5, while not the cheapest of apps, I actually do think this is still worth the download. So let me talk about why I think it's worth the download. So you open it up. Nice shot of Mr. Bayless here. There's a video intro where he kind of talks about this app a little bit, and then it gets into the meat. Across the bottom are the main navigation points, and one of the things you notice immediately is all these very colorful tabs, and you get the classic squiggly Mexican-themed design elements throughout this app, which I think are pretty nice because it kind of gives you a little bit of a feel that you sometimes miss in a lot of apps where it's just kind of put together in this really template form. So I did really appreciate the design elements of this. So let's see. We go here into recipes. There are 40 videos throughout this app. There are 35 recipes, and Rick talks about how these are his favorite go-to staples. So when you're on this main page, you can actually get to these recipes in two different ways. You can swipe left and right to navigate through. There's also a list view. Let me click that here. And it's broken down by course. So starters, light meals, dinners, and so on and so forth. Very simple. Like I said, 35 recipes, so it's not very difficult to find what you're looking for. Let's go just click one of these here. And once you're inside the app, you have a star button to favorite it, which is one of the main tabs down below. You have a share button, and you have a shopping cart to add it to go shopping later on, which makes sense, right? Perhaps the best thing about this app is all the video content. I haven't mentioned this yet. It's in the written review, which has, by the way, if you don't read the written reviews, I do try to include even more information. So if you like what I'm saying here, and you want a little bit more information before you hit that purchase now button, check those out. It's at tokemag.com under the food apps tab. Anyways, what we got here is you got all these really great videos from Mr. Bayless, and they're not on how to make the recipe from start to finish. They're on the very individual techniques throughout the recipe. And as you go through an individual recipe, you'll notice links to the various ingredients or preparation methods. And for example, in this one I'm looking at here, it says fry the raw rice, and then there's a little camera icon. These little indicators throughout the app make it very nice, very easy, and it's a seamless transition. Let's see where I want to go here next. When you click on the shopping cart, it just immediately takes it to your shopping list, and I will jump there next. The shopping list, like all the good ones that we talk about, it organizes them according to perhaps the aisle that you would find them in the grocery store. So all your produce is together, all your fruits and vegetables are together, and so on and so forth. Click on the item. It'll scratch it out. You can then delete all the crossed out items with a click of a button. You can email the shopping list and do all that good stuff. The one thing that's a bit odd about this app, and I haven't talked about the ingredients section yet, and that's next to the videos, probably my next favorite thing about this app. You can favorite recipes. You can also favorite ingredients. What you can't do with the ingredients is add an individual ingredient to the shopping list, which I find really odd. So while you want to make this red tomato rice, but you have rice at home, you just need to get the tomatoes, let's say. You can't just go and add the tomatoes. You have to have the whole recipe and then cross out that you already have rice, which is it's not the worst thing in the world, but it is a little cumbersome and a little awkward. Let me jump back really quick. I know I'm bouncing around here a little bit. I appreciate you bearing with it. So let me go to the ingredients. Now, all the stuff on the bottom here, I've kind of talked about the favorites, the shopping list. These are all driven by the individual recipes. So it's all cross-communicating. There's no separate section that you go off into and have to navigate back toward. It's all intertwined here. So just like the recipes themselves, you can look at this as a list view, or you can also swipe slides, which makes it really nice because having those visuals makes it very easy. They treat ingredients in this app just like recipes. You can favorite them, which I just mentioned. You can also share them. Then they have these really nice descriptions down below. And then at the bottom, they have the recipes that these ingredients are associated with, which is really nice. The other thing that's really great about this is there is a little audio button here. So in addition to the video, there's audio. And the audio isn't just a narration of the words below, but it is added information provided by Rick Bayless himself. So I found what he was talking about to be very interesting, and I think it is worth clicking on those buttons, which I don't always feel that way. Sometimes you'll come across an app that has it throws all the bells and whistles at it, and it's just not. There's just not a lot of value added by having that there. This is an app where I do believe you do get that value, so that is very nice. The last thing here I want to talk about is the favorite section, and the favorite section does break out recipes from ingredients. So if I just click on one of these ingredients, chorizo sausage, for example, it gives me the full breakdown. I'm jumping back to the ingredients here, but you can see how they both intertwine, and it gives me the recipes. And I should mention the images throughout this are really nice too, and that goes for the recipes as well as the ingredients. So great design, great imagery, works seamless. I never had a problem, crash, or any kind of bugs. This thing is pretty darn rock solid. I did mention it's got 40 videos in this app. These are all built into the app, which makes it pretty darn large. It's almost 400 megabytes. So if you are tight on space, that may be a little bit of a turnoff. But because it's all built into the app, it's very responsive. So you don't have to kick out, go to YouTube, watch a video, and then come back in, which we've seen in a lot of other apps. Which is, by the way, I'm not knocking that method. It's effective. It works. This is just a more seamless implementation of video within apps, I think. A little bit of a storage hog, but if you got the space, this is the way to do it. Overall, this is a very nice, solid app. It's not perfect. Like I said, there's the shopping list thing. There's a couple little tiny quirks that I talk about in the written review, such as when you're looking at the recipe page on the front, it's got this video up here, a little video icon that you can see, and you click that and it shows one video, but a lot of recipes have more than one video associated with them. And so I just kind of wonder why it doesn't just autoplay the whole thing, so it shows you all those preparations or tricks or tips that Rick Bayless shares with the person using the app. But outside of that, I mean, it's what you would hope for. It's one of those really nice, really sharp, well put together apps. It's put together by Chronicle Books, which is I believe puts out at least one of his recipe books, right? So they know what they're doing. This looks great. It's worth a download. I gave this app a 4 out of 5. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. And if you have other Mexican recipe apps, growing up in Southern California, I love Mexican food, and I'm always looking to improve my Mexican cooking chops. So let me know. Let me know if you got something else I should check out. So thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out tokemag.com, TOQUEMAG.com, and I'll be back to do this again soon. Take care, everybody.